I'm about to share with you how selling on Amazon can change your entire life, just like it did for me the past 6 years. I'm Morgan Rainey, but you can call me Lil Mo. And today, what I'm about to share with you has the power to change your entire life. As an Amazon seller, every single day we are asked, is it too late to sell on Amazon? Is Amazon oversaturated? How much does it cost to start selling on Amazon? So today I'm going to answer all of your questions live like we do every single Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. So if you find this video valuable, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Drop a comment, your name and where you are watching from, and make sure you hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos where we do powerful trainings that will help you get started. So since your time is money, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I want to start off with a testimonial from one of our clients before I share the amount of money we made the past 28 days due to Cyber Monday and Black Friday, where a lot of people are spending money on Amazon, but we help you make money on Amazon instead. So let's go ahead and get started. And everybody, if you can drop in the comments your name and have you started selling on Amazon yet? If you haven't, let me know why. I want to know where y'all are at so that I can provide the absolute most value possible. So let's go ahead and start off. And I want to share with y'all Caroline's story. Okay, so she actually had her best day ever yesterday on Monday on Amazon during Cyber Monday. In one day alone, she did over $4,000 in sales. Now, I want to share with you Caroline's where she started, when she started, and what exactly she did so that you can get those same results for yourself. So on August 9th, she set up her Amazon account. 10 days later, she made her very first sale. Then by September 9th, she had done 7,700 in sales. And by September 19th, which was one full month since her first sale, she was at almost $12,000 in sales, y'all. And by November 1st, this week in November, in just 1 week, she did almost $10,000 in sales. And like I showed you in Cyber Monday, she did just in that 1 day, 4K. So as you can see, it is definitely not too late to start selling on Amazon. And she's not the only one. We have over 2,000 people we have helped launch and grow their own Amazon business. And we see time and time again, it is like any other business, y'all. You're going to get out what you put in. If you don't put in much to it, you're not going to get much out of it, just like anything else in life. But I wanted to share her story with you and a couple others just to remind you what is possible for yourself. And if you guys stay until the very end, I am going to share several product ideas that you can actually sell to give you ideas of different products that you can sell, because Caroline's number one tip is to look for obscure, weird items. And that's what we recommend to everybody. That weird item you see online or at a store that you don't think anybody would ever buy, they're probably paying top dollar for that. So I just want to take a second just to tell y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. It truly means the world. Without you, our channel wouldn't even be possible. And so now I want to share with you our actual numbers in real time from the past 28 days. And I don't share this to brag. I just share it so that you can see what's possible for yourself. And granted, we're 6 years in. We weren't making these sales right when we started, but let's go ahead and show you. So this is up until November the 28th. And on Cyber Monday, our student Caroline actually surpassed us when she did $4,000 in sales, because we had a record day of 3,083 in sales. And if you are looking to make more money on Amazon, my tip for you is to focus on higher priced items, because the higher the item price, the less percentage of fees you are going to pay, y'all. And so if you do that, you will definitely, just learn how to make it be bigger. Nice. Okay, so as you can see, this is the entire month of November. And as an Amazon seller or any online seller, you know, October, November, December, it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's a time to shine and make the most money because there's just more people shopping online. Although all year round, we have done really, really well. Now, a lot of gurus are just going to say, I did $64,000 on Amazon and let you assume that that's profit. But I'm not a guru. I'm just a normal girl who used to wait tables, started selling random stuff on Amazon. So in full transparency, obviously $64,000 is not profit, but we follow the 3 times rule where you sell an item for 3 times what you pay. And we average about 30% profit margin. So of the $64,000, we have made over $20,000 in profit in just 28 days. And coming from somebody who used to make $400 a week waiting tables, who lived paycheck to paycheck, struggling to pay my bills, putting groceries up at the register because my card was going to get declined, it's life-changing, y'all. And money definitely does not buy happiness, but it takes away a lot of stress and it gives you time that allows you to figure out what actually makes you happy. So I want to go ahead and share my screen with you and just show you a couple more examples before we go into a live question and answer where I will be featuring you. Let me know, do y'all like these weekly lives? If so, drop it in the comments so that we can keep providing the most value possible for y'all. Let me share my screen really quick. All right, here we go, y'all. All right, so anybody who gets our beginner guide, and if you want to learn more, you can head to cajunimagersmo.com. Everything is linked in our description. Everybody who gets our beginner guide gets access to Brooke and I daily. Brooke, is this working? Okay. Thought he said something. Okay, so you get access to us daily in our private Facebook group, where every day we try to hold you accountable by providing, insights. We do our Amazon tips of the day. And so today I just kind of wanted to see where everybody was at, because we always believe in celebrating your success, no matter how big or small. And so I just want to show you real briefly a couple of our clients and their results so that you know it's not just us making money on Amazon. It's normal everyday people just like you and me. Liz has already done over 12K for this month, and the month isn't even over yet. And she just made her first sale. I think it was like July 31st. Don't quote me on that. Oh, yeah, she did. Okay. Yes, I made my first sale July 31st. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. So since she started July 31st, as of today, November 30th, so August, September, October, 4 months, she's at almost $24,000 in sales. She says, it feels surreal. I keep saying to myself, OMG, I'm actually doing it. It's actually real. I can do this as my job. P.S. Quit my part-time job 2 weeks ago. Woo-hoo, go Liz. Can't thank you guys enough. So she provided proof right here, because I know a lot of people think that we're lying, because it does kind of sound fake. Honestly, it really, really does sound fake and too good to be true. Bianca is doing amazing, y'all. She's put her whole heart and soul into selling on Amazon, and she has done between 10 to 15K. Jeff just started November the 12th, like 2 weeks ago. He's already done $600. Melissa is so inspiring to me. She has already done 11K, and she started selling on Amazon when her husband lost his job to pay her family's bills. So y'all, how incredible is that? Rachel just started August 11th. She's almost at 10K. Doris is doing incredible, even though she's so hard on herself. I don't know why. She's amazing. She's done over $1,000 in sales. Annabella, 296. Wendy hit 5K milestone this month, and she just started at the end of August. She says she's truly amazed at this business, and she's excited to see where it's going to go next year. Lindsay started 2 months ago, and she is excited to be at 7,000. She's super thankful for our group, which is our community. Rhonda is a rock star. She's done 6,000 since September 14th. Jennifer is at 13,530 and still climbing. Dan is crushing it, 5K, closing in on 10K. Kayla just started the end of September, and she's at 2,561 already. Christy quit her job to do this full time, y'all. She did 11K, and she just got into wholesale, which is pretty awesome. And she just started in March only with books, okay? And then in August, she started selling everything by October 31st, she went full time. And her and her husband worked so hard, y'all. She worked 55 to 85 hours a week. And now she is working for herself. This month, she's already done 11,000 in sales. So I just wanted to prove it is, in fact, not too late to start selling on Amazon. And, it's easy for me to say that. And you think maybe she's lucky, maybe she's got something I don't have. I can tell you one thing: I'm not special. I'm not smarter than you are. I don't have any skills that you don't have. I just work really hard. And our most successful clients do the exact same thing, because you're going to get out what you put in anything in life. So now I am going to go ahead and open it up to a live question and answer. I want to provide as much value as possible. So if y'all can go ahead and drop your questions in the chat, and I will feature them. Who knows who has, the same questions as you. And if you have started selling and you want to, I would love to hear how much sales you have made and how long it took you to get there. Any advice, any tips and tricks, because I see so many gurus, charging hundreds of dollars to do one-on-one trainings like this. And I just want to provide value every single Wednesday, 100% for free. Of course, I would love to be able to help you more with our step-by-step guide, but regardless of your budget, I want to help you better your life and make money on Amazon. So drop your questions in the comments, and in the meantime, I guess I will provide some tips. So I highly recommend you focus on items selling for at least $20. And the reason I say that is because Amazon is going to charge the same amount to send a 2-day package that sells for $7 as a package that sells for $70. And then the higher you sell, the lower the fee percentage. I don't want you to look for easily available items. I want you to look for weird items, replenishables that people are going to buy time and time again. So let's see. This is Brooke's mom, Nanette. Thank you so much for always supporting us and joining us. We just went to Belize with Brooke's parents, and thanks to Amazon, we were able to make money while we were enjoying paradise. That is another added benefit. So let's check out how Lori's doing. She sent her first box 1 week ago and just topped 400 in sales this morning. That is exact, Lori, congratulations. First of all, that's amazing. And this is why we are so passionate about helping you make money on Amazon, because most retail businesses take 5 years to even make a profit. You have to spend thousands. I'm talking thousands. Storefront, employees, inventory. Amazon is one of the only businesses you can start for $39.99 a month, which is the Amazon fee plus your cost of inventory. So it changed the game for everybody, for kids who grew up poor, who don't have, money from their mommy and daddy, or maybe no business experience. You can go to garage sales. Heck, you can go to your bookshelf and just get started right now. So let's see. So you say, Tammy wants to know $20 items, what it sells or not, what I'm paying for the item. Well, we recommend using, every item is going to be different, because we stick with items that are small enough to fit in a shoebox, lightweight, that weigh less than a pound, and that are not fragile, because you're going to be charged based on the size, the weight, the dimensions. So the smaller and lighter it is, the less you're going to pay in fees regardless. So if you're selling something for $20, I probably would want to pay $7 or less for that item, because my goal is, if I pay $7 and I sell it for 3 times that price, let's say I sell it for $21, Amazon's probably going to get about $7. My item costs $7, and I want to make that $7 back, because I am risking the $7. So that's just the business model that has worked for me and our business. Of course, it's your business and it's your rules, but we do use the app Seller Amp. And it basically, you just enter your cost of goods, and you want to focus on data when you make decisions. You don't want to go with your gut. And we do have a free trial and discount code for Seller Amp. It's one of the most affordable programs out there, and our students brought it to us. We started using it about 2 months ago, and it has been a game changer for our business. So y'all can grab it here if you want it. It's also linked in the description. So let me head back to the comments and see where we are at. All right. Edward says, my plan, start off with $500. Go out to retail stores, buy low, sell high. Take that ROI and repeat until I'm able to spend more at a time and get a consistent flow coming in. That is basically exactly what we did, but we didn't have 500, so we started with closer to like a couple bucks. But that is the way to do it. So I advise everybody to start with books because books are usually not gated. Make sure you're looking at the physical copy, not the ebook, because those will always be gated. And Edward, my advice for you is to start with kind of low cost items because there's a huge learning curve on Amazon. Huge, huge, huge. And I hate for you to take that $500 and like buy four $50 items. And then that is 200 of your 500 and either they can't sell or something bad happens. Start with lower price items while you learn the process and do exactly what you said. Reinvest your profit back into your business and you're going to watch it grow. I think retail arbitrage, where you go to stores and find items, is one of the best ways to learn the process. Scalability wise, it's one of the hardest, but once you learn that, then you can move on to online arbitrage, wholesale, private label, but you want to learn the basics first. But you're going to encounter a lot of obstacles, and my biggest advice is don't give up because most people who start selling on Amazon fail and quit when they were this close to finding that product that made them more than they make at their 9 to 5. You just have to keep going. I also think it's very important to be a part of a community. So when you have questions, you can ask them, you can celebrate people's success because it's really lonely being an entrepreneur and doing it yourself. Your friends and family are not going to understand. They're never going to be able to relate to how lonely it is, no matter how much they love you. And it is a very lonely journey, but it's worth it. And so I think having a community can be a game changer. I had my first sale on November 16th to 11:30. Total sales, 3,873 as of today. Okay, November 16th, y'all. That was like 2 weeks ago, and they've already done almost 4K. As you can see, selling on Amazon is legit, and normal everyday people just like me and you are making a killing. That is amazing. I am so, so, so proud. So proud of you. Susan, this is great advice. Before you buy any item, make sure you're approved to sell it. Check on SellerAmp to make sure there's no IP complaints against it, which is intellectual property. It's just a fancy word for the brand doesn't want you selling their product. And we focus on items that we don't have to compete directly with the brand or Amazon because we want the money. All right. I suggest going through Mo and getting SellerAmp. I agree with Susan because y'all brought SellerAmp to us. We're always open to learning better, smarter ways. So that's great. Rhonda, if you use Pirate Ship, hey Rhonda, if you use Pirate Ship for UPS to pick up your boxes, do you have to put your boxes outside or will they come to your door? It's winter here and I don't have a garage. They will come to your door, I believe. I think that they will come to your door because I personally wouldn't ever put boxes outside until they would get here because you don't want anybody stealing your packages. It's like all your money. So I think that they will come to the door, but you might call UPS and just verify that because it might be different city by city. But especially if it's like snowing and really cold, you would assume they would, right? All right, let's see what. You and Morgan have been blessing me. These lives are amazing. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. We have been so busy with Q4 and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I almost canceled this live today, but I am trying to be as consistent as possible. So I really, really appreciate that. We get so much hate online. Hearing nice words like that, really, you have no idea what that means to me. So thank you. What category items can I sell without having to get ungated? It's not really necessarily like a whole category. Books is really good for beginners. There are a lot of beauty items you can sell. The big brands are, of course, going to be gated. If you need help getting ungated, our guide does show you how to get ungated for Lego, beauty, topicals, grocery, pretty much anything. It's not as complicated as a process as people make it out to be. But the more items you sell, the more automatic approvals you're going to get. So keep that in mind. SellerAmp is awesome. I am obsessed with it. And you know what I love about SellerAmp is it was made by Amazon sellers for Amazon sellers. So they actually know, like what you need. And they also made it so affordable. Most Amazon apps are minimum $50 to $100 a month. And theirs is priced so competitively. I was shocked when I found out what the cost was for what you get. So, all right. Let's see. Let me scroll down. So How do you fix stranded inventory missing SKU if it's already at the warehouse? That is a great question. So you want to go under your stranded inventory, under manage inventory on Amazon Seller Central, and you want to click the reason why it's stranded. Some things you can fix. Like I had one this morning that I sent in yesterday, and it was missing the unit count. Like I had to put that it was ounces, and then the unit count, I just had to put quantity 1, and it fixed immediately. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'll have a different item that I haven't sold before, and it'll say something like the color is not listed in the catalog, and I'm not the brand owner, so I don't have authorization to fix it. And unfortunately, in those situations, there's nothing that I can do about it. I just have to create a removal order and either sell it on eBay, donate it, or return it to the store, whichever option you have. But if you go click on the stranded inventory, it's going to tell you a lot of times if it doesn't automatically update, it's a really easy fix. You just go to open a case, contact Amazon with the details, and a lot of times they're manually going to have to fix it for you. So Susan, this is great advice. Buy books for 99 cents and sell for high, 20 and up. Make sure when you are pricing items on the Amazon app or Seller Amp, make sure that you are looking at the correct, like if we're doing everything FBA where you send it to Amazon and they ship it for you, make sure that you are competing with FBA prices and not FBM, because you can sell stuff for way more because people pay for convenience, y'all. You probably do it every single day. Whoever's in the buy box where you click add to cart, it's usually more because Amazon makes more money the more you sell it for. And I would definitely recommend pricing. Don't price too low because you're going to leave money on the table. But that is such great advice. If you guys need to know where to find good books, you can search Book Sale Finder, and they have tons of like library sales, Friends of Library, and they usually charge by the inch. Our Goodwill, we're pretty lucky because it's 8 books for $1, 8 paperback for $1, or 4 hardcover for $1 at y'all's local thrift store. Drop in the comments, how much do books cost? Because I have heard a wide range, and it makes me feel very grateful that in Louisiana, our Goodwill prices are so low. Brooke, you want to join me for this live? Well, you guys can welcome Brooke. He is coming to the live. Your mom's on here. Okay, so I have a ton of books. So I cover the IDSM with my label. I guess the IDSM, is that the UPC? You always want to cover the barcode with the Amazon label. Absolutely. All right, so Bree, I haven't sold anything yet. Still scanning items. Amazon has been ungating for me as I add more items. Is that typical? That is typical, but do keep in mind, just because Amazon gives you approval to sell an item does not mean that the brand does. If Amazon or the brand are the only ones on the listing, that's a real red flag. You're not allowed to sell it. We use Seller Amp to determine this. You'll just scan it. It'll tell you if it has an IP alert or not. And we have multiple step-by-step videos here on YouTube if you need help with that. All right, so let's see. You could answer this one.
I'm sitting in TJ Maxx parking lot right now. Laugh out loud. I'm about to go source. Any tips? Yeah, definitely always just look for the clearance items first, for sure, and maybe start in the beauty section, and always check for IP, because you don't want to buy something that you're going to get your account flagged later. So that's my advice. A
lot of big beauty brands, you're going to see that. I like to go to the bra section, the sporting good, the socks, the clearance.
Sometimes the kids' toys, but just be aware that it's over 3 years old from my experience.
What do you mean?
Because a lot of times
3 years old
toys, 3 years
toys.
And under, they always ask for these documents, and you can't always provide them because the brand owner owns them, and the brand owner is hard to get a hold of, and a lot of times you can't get those documents to get uploaded. So that's why I'm just trying to help you out with that.
That's great advice. So Rachel wants to know, should I go through Alibaba or do I buy in some own products? What you're referring to is private label, and we do not advise any beginners start with that because it's just such a huge learning curve. You're looking at minimum probably $500, closer to $5K to make your own product like that.
Yeah, and that's just minimum. Just shipping could cost you a couple $1,000
overseas
on how much quantity you have, because that's kind of how you want to do it, is get more quantity, because it'll reduce the cost of your overall product. but it does cost a lot of money to start up front. And I think a lot of people, after they start a couple of months, they might want to look into it to try it. But we would definitely not recommend beginners, or if you just started selling a month or two. It's a lot to risk for the little reward you might get. And later on, you could definitely get into that.
This is a great question, Lori. What you want to do is Google Amazon FBA book conditions, because you want to list the book exactly how it is. So the only way you would list it brand new is if it would look like a book you would get from Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. The next one is going to be use like new, then use very good, use good, and then I think it's acceptable next. So if
you want to give her a tip too,
what?
I'll get her a good tip. Always check that front page or the second page to make sure the author didn't sign or somebody didn't gift it and have some signatures and write in there. Sometimes it might look brand new, and
because they never read it.
And then you get this complaint later, and it was because of that. So just always look into that.
If a book has any creases, like on the sidebar, if it has any writing, any pages flipped, it is not going to be considered new. And when you're going to sell books, you want to make sure you price according to that condition. So
correct. But books could definitely make your profit. Like when you're starting, you can flip your money very easily with books, and it's a great way to get into arbitrage from book selling. Rachel, how do you start? I think I answered you in the comments, but a good place for you to start is to join us at CajunVenturesMo.com for free training. And it kind of has a lot of valuable information, but it also leads you to our guide that might be able to help you. And you might be interested in it because you might need a community to help you sell.
For sure. Let us know in the comments, y'all, what sort of content do you want for next week? Is there anything specific you would want, like an entire 7-minute video just showing you step by step what to do? Let us know, because the more specific you are, the easier it is for us to help you. We don't want to go too deep and go over your head, but we don't want to be just saying the basics as well.
Susan, I see you had a question a little bit ago about ungating and if it's in the guide, since we just talked about the guide, but we
Where's that?
It was right near.
Okay, just go ahead and answer.
But anyways, it's definitely in the guide that we have ways to get ungated. So just search in the guide, get ungated for whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, in the guide we have a search bar, and we actually, when we walk through we went through the process of getting ungated for like Lego, grocery. We just documented it and shared step by step. When we got denied, we shared what we did wrong. We shared how we fixed it. So
it's the same for any brand you're trying to get ungated for.
It is. A lot of people charge like $1,000 to teach you how to get ungated, which to me is ridiculous. So we definitely don't do that.
Provide value to every one of y'all, but it definitely is in there.
Okay, so some stores do cover up the UPC. A way around
That's easy.
You can scan the front of the item, and sometimes you'll have to type it in. Personally, I don't have much patience, so I don't really shop at stores that cover up the UPC unless if I'm familiar and kind of know what I'm looking for, just because it's a huge time waster. But TJ Maxx is one of the best places to find items. So
let us know in the comments if you enjoy removing stickers from TJ Maxx.
What I really recommend is getting a Scotty peeler straight up.
And a heat gun, or if you don't have a heat gun, you could go with a blow dryer.
To bring to the store with them.
Oh yeah.
So I bring that's what I do. I bring a Scotty peeler to the store if I really want to get the item, and I just kind of scrape it off with that, scan it, and stick that baby back on. And the ones we use, it's like $6 for 3 of them, and they're linked here, Amazon.com/Cajun Ventures. So that is a way around it. You know, some other people might be too lazy to take the sticker off, so it might be a barrier that just gives you even more sales if you think about it. All right, so I have not found a single bra I can sell. Well, Mary, that means you haven't scanned enough, quite frankly. We started at TJ Maxx, right?
Yeah.
We started at excuse me. Started at Kohl's in their clearance section, but I went to Kohl's yesterday and their clearance sucked, y'all. It used to be like 90% off. Inflation got them to like 50% off. It's total BS. But a great place to start with bras is TJ Maxx, because they'll have a lot of $30 to $45 bras for like $7.99 to $14.99. But if you just scan, and there's one bra brand that sells really well, and it is called like True, TRUE, something like that. They don't always have them, but if they do, they sell really, really well. So, and for us, we were automatically approved. We didn't have to do any ungating.
Yeah, let us know how long you've been scanning.
Yeah, because a lot of people who say like they haven't found anything, I'm not saying you haven't scanned anything, but you might just not know what to look for yet. You know, you
And
might
if
be.
you go for an hour or two versus somebody that's been scanning for hours every day, you're going to start to build up knowing what to scan, and you're going to be able to find those items. But it's not going to be quick. It's not going to just be in an hour. You're going to scan things and say, oh, I scanned everything in an hour. No, you haven't.
We have people who say, I went to TJ Maxx, I didn't find anything. I've never once been to TJ Maxx in 6 years and not found one thing to sell. So you're probably walking right past stuff and like I can go to the local grocery store and find so many items. I have to call Brooke to come because I need more help with more carts. So it's out there. You just have to, it's like a new job, right? Yeah. You have to train and learn.
Blackberry Charm. Great name. If you scan a book and it doesn't pull up at all, should you buy and create a new listing or no? Never, because no listing on Amazon equals no data. And we teach you to go with the data when you're making these purchases, because the data will tell you if things are selling or not. And we don't want you to go in blind. That would kind of be like creating a private label product just for 1 or 2 items. It would be a kind of a waste of time. So just move on to the next product and scan that next book.
I agree 100%. Don't reinvent the wheel. So this is a great question. Could you do other income opportunities like some of your other older posts? We've kind of honed in on Amazon FBA because it's what we've been doing full time for 6 years now. We do, like, if you want to learn digital products, we do at kdimentorsmo.com/KDP. We do have how to make digital products, and we are pretty excited because we started a new side hustle about 2 weeks ago. And for all of it's basically getting paid to review products on Amazon. It's way more that goes into it than that, but only for our Amazon clients. In the next couple weeks, we have a huge thing that we're planning. So we are going to be sharing that just with our clients because we kind of want to offer, a little bit more to them. But on YouTube here, we're mainly going to be focusing on making money online, specifically Amazon and like digital products and things like that. It's just a huge opportunity.
It's a place where you can make the most money, and we see the most value that we could give to you guys, because some of these other side hustles, yes, it's
time consuming.
It makes us money. It makes everyone a little bit money, but sometimes it's more time consuming, and Amazon could definitely move that needle for you quitting that job if that's what your goal is, or just making you more extra money to pay your electricity bill.
Y'all, thank you, Rhonda, for saying this. That's so sweet. I want to tell you how proud I am of Rhonda. So she's been selling on Amazon for 2.5 months, y'all, and she's already done $6,000 in sales.
But the reason why is she shows up and she definitely puts in the work every day. And I see it every Wednesday that since she's been selling. She comes here, she learns, she is actually one of the only people, or there's quite a couple people that do 100% of the guide. And I want to say Rhonda is definitely in that bunch, because she's taking action and she's kicking butt too.
Susan, great advice. Go early. The sooner, like even if you're at Goodwill, wherever you're at, the sooner you get there when they put out the items. Like, for example, our TJ Maxx puts new items out every single Wednesday. So we want to go at 10 a.m. on Wednesday because first come, first serve, basically.
Yeah, make a friend that works there, maybe the cashier that's checking you out over and over again, asking you what to do. Ask them, hey, when do y'all put out y'all new items? When is the best time to come to find good items?
If you're nice to them, they tend to be nice to you. And also, if you bring Chick-fil-A, they're going to tell you everything you need to know.
They'll definitely help you out. So.
And like, you don't even have to bring them anything. Just be a nice human being. Ask them how their day is going. They deal with terrible people all day long, like a bunch of Karens. So just be nice. So Susan, she spent over $400 and forgot to use my tax card, was so mad. Susan, we've been selling for years, and the majority of the stores we shop at, we don't even use the tax card because the reason is we do online, but a lot of stores will limit you. So they might have limited you. So don't even be mad. It is what it is. I know we pay a lot more. And hey, let me know, Susan, in the comments, what all stores do you, and she's talking about a tax exempt card that you get once you get your
EIN and LLC. It's your account, or whoever you could get your.
So we do have it for like Walmart, the big stores, but TJ Maxx, I've never used it, and I spend thousands. It's probably embarrassing to admit, but Yeah. How do you go get around adding a different variation of an item that's already listed without creating a new listing? Honestly, we don't do that, to be quite frank, because there's no existing demand. We only buy items that have sales history because we make all of our buying decisions based on data. In the red, like let's say it's a water bottle, the red water bottle might sell 1,000 a month, and you find a purple one. So nobody might want that one. Like you have no idea. Just because one sells doesn't mean another will.
So we don't like you to put in that work or spend that money on things that's not proven to sell. Even though you might think it's great because the red one sells that many, and you're like, oh, the purple one will. No, the purple one might have a different water bottle that people might love more. You never know.
So true. So Laura, you're asking good questions today. What's a good target return on investment in grocery? We use the same target. Doesn't really matter what category it's in. We try to average about 30% profit margin. Some grocery items we sell, like the lowest item we probably sell for is like around $10, but most of those items I'm paying between $1 to $2 for. So I might only be making like $2.50, but if I paid $1 and I make $2.50, to me, and if I can buy it in bulk, so I buy 10 of them, I just made $25. I buy 100 of them, I just made $250. You have to look at it like that. Would I just list one item that I can make $250 if I was just starting? Absolutely. Where we're at today, we're trying to work smarter, not harder. So I probably would only list for that low of a margin if I was just getting started, basically, because it takes the same amount of time to list one item as it does 100 of the same item.
Can newbies sell toys in Q4 via FBA and FBM?
New sellers who have never sold anything via FBA, where you send it to Amazon before, I think September 1st cannot sell toys Q4. And the reason is you have to prove yourself to Amazon. They're the #1 e-commerce in the world for a reason. They want to make sure kids are going to get their Christmas presents on time. So January 1st, when that hits, you can sell toys. Don't let that stop you, because when we first started, we started in December and we couldn't sell anything FBA that entire month. And we still I can't remember exactly, I think we still did at least 3K, just all FBM orders. So there's plenty of opportunity. Toys, we don't even really sell that many toys, honestly. So I wouldn't never let anything like that deter you.
And if you do have seasonal Christmas items, today's the date. If you didn't really get your items to Amazon, don't send in those seasonal products for
Christmas.
Expecting to get them shipped by Christmas. You just FBM those things until Christmas, because
only if it's just a Christmas item.
It's not guaranteed that it would be in your inventory to make the Christmas delivery. So I just want to give y'all that little advice while y'all here, because I'm sure a lot of you might have some Christmas things that you want to send out right now.
That's a really good point. And Tammy, can you talk about Scout IQ? Is it just for books? It is just for books. We don't really recommend selling books in bulk, so it's not really a program we recommend unless if you are a bulk book seller. We sold thousands of books over the years, and we probably would have saved time with it, but we never use it enough. There's great.
Yeah, my advice would be, if you're just starting out and you just doing books right now, but if you're just doing books right now for the first couple months, maybe go with the Scout IQ program until you start going into Arbitrage, then move it to Seller Amp 100%. Get rid of the Scout IQ and go to Seller Amp. But that would be my advice, because I know we tell a lot of you guys to start with books, which is the way we started. Process. So if you are starting with books, Scout IQ is probably the best place to start program to have for books. Would you agree?
If you're just trying to do books, I just think books are really hard to scale. It's going to be very time consuming. So we have people in our group who are crushing books. I'm not negating that fact. I'm not saying it's not possible, but they're probably putting a lot more work than you would if you sold regular items.
Yeah, but they're learning the system and the processes,
which is priceless.
Which is priceless for sure.
Jason, this is what I would do. I would tell them to mind their business. No, I'm just kidding. So a lot of times stores it's not illegal to resell. There's nothing wrong with it. These people at stores, people are bored if they're working. They're nosy. You'll know if you're on an aisle and nobody else is there. Brooks sees it every time we go shop. At this point, I don't care. This is like what I tell them is I'm working, and the reason I don't tell them I'm reselling is because I have had stores try to limit me. People judge me. It's not that I don't want to tell them. It just causes more trouble than it's worth. So I do one of two things. Like I'll be very, very short with them because like I literally am working. And number two, sometimes I'll just act like I don't speak English and they leave me alone. So, it's like mind your business because some try to limit you. And it's really like me buying all these items is helping you have your job. It's helping me feed my family and helping you feed your family. So
and how do they know you're not trying to get the price match when you go and get the sale somewhere from them? And who cares? They might just be jealous or they're upset at the situation that they're in, that maybe they don't like the job that they're working in right now. And they're just trying to take that out on you versus.
It's like when anybody's rude to you, they're unhappy in life and they're taking out on you. Now, if they're nosy, I'm not saying that's rude. They're probably just curious. They probably hate their job and want to figure out how they do it. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, I agree with this. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. Just don't mess up their shelves. Be courteous. I agree with that because I worked in retail and thank goodness I don't do that anymore. So I need the guide. I got started last week and I'm clueless and overwhelmed. It's very overwhelming. Selling on Amazon, the learning curve is huge, but once you get it, you can scale it and grow it like crazy.
Yeah, come join us. We're happy to have you.
Just listen to Rhonda, okay? All right, so.
But yeah, if you take the free training, it'll lead you right to it. And we like to lead you to that free training because there's so much valuable information in it. We don't want you guys to miss it because we could give you straight to the page to buy it, but you would be missing out on a lot of free value that we want to provide to you.
And if you sign up for our free webinar that we're having tonight, whether you decide to purchase our guide or not, you're going to get incredible value out of it. We didn't want to just be wasting your time and then be like, sign up here. We wanted to help you whether you give us 1 penny or not. So how can you buy the guide? Just sign up at CajunVenturesMo.com and we will send you all the information. All right, so let me see. Oh my gosh, we're getting these sweetest comments. I love it. Okay, let's see this. Thank you, Susan. That's so sweet. Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Do you sell access to Facebook group separately, or is it only accessible if you purchase through the program? Our Facebook group with Access to Us Daily is only available through our program because we have like a moderator that we pay. We're literally in there every single day. Like a lot of these programs just sell you some product and disappear, but we don't do that. It's truly us answering. We don't have like VAs or anything.
And it's one person per guy that gets in. And if you do have a business partner, we'd like you to reach out to us where we could help you out and get them into it as well.
Yes. Okay. So let me find a couple more questions real quick.
But it does take a lot of work to monitor the Facebook group, and everybody is so helpful in there. It's a pretty cool community. I'm pretty proud of everyone in there because they kill it every day and they motivate me to be a better business owner because I see their numbers and I'm like, well,
we got to keep up. Okay.
We got to keep up. Like
and it's just motivating to see people who think they can't do something, start it, and then start actually seeing tangible results.
And then also too, when you just run into any little issue, it's nice to know that somebody else has been there. Somebody else has probably went through that same issue. Somebody else, you could talk to somebody else. Your family member will not know, hey, I just got this IP complaint.
What's an IP?
What do I do? And they don't understand the stress that goes into it. So it's cool to have like-minded people to be there for you when you are going through these things.
That is so true. So congratulations, Darcy, on doing over $1,300 in sales. And that's how we started selling books right off of our bookshelf. It's definitely a great way to start because look around you. All that stuff used to be money. So a lot of it you can probably resell for a profit, if not on Amazon, maybe eBay, maybe Facebook Marketplace, pretty much anywhere that you put the work into, really. All right. So let me scroll down to the bottom. Oh, Ron, I love that. So I'll tell you what, we've worked really hard to build a very positive community because positivity and negativity are both contagious.
And negativity is no place for that group, and no one will ever be negative in there.
And we don't mean like you can vent because things are frustrating. And we say like Amazon is not consistent. You can do Brooke could submit something one way and I submit it a totally different way. And who knows which one would get approved. It's kind of like rolling a dice.
And that's why we guide you more than there's no set way to do it. So we try to guide you the best way we see fit in the way that we do business.
Our Facebook group, Colin, that's a great question. Bolo, if anybody doesn't know, it's like be on the lookout. We have a couple that we share in the group, but it's definitely not a leads list by any means. What our guide more or less does, it teaches you how to find products for yourself, because honestly, any items that we've shared, when a bunch of people get it, the price tends to go down just because, supply and demand. We have shared multiple items that have made our group members hundreds of dollars. We'll share it when we're done selling it and we can't sell it anymore. But we do have a friend who has a Discord group if that is something that you are interested in.
Where they send you leads all day
hundreds
long.
Every single day. And the owner, we met him in Miami, and he gives you a free month if you use the code Cajun Ventures, all caps. It's all in the description for y'all as well. We kind of use the Discord group as ideas to go to to go to those websites and find other products. We don't just sell the products that they focus on.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's a great place to definitely start to where am I going to source these products from? They have great leads every day for sure.
And we do have multiple videos here on our YouTube walking you through how we use the Discord. And we just did a whole entire YouTube video on kind of different ways that we use it to avoid price tanking and our strategies that have worked for us. So, all right, let me see, check a couple more. Okay, Ron. Hey, Ron, by the way, it's the best investment I've ever made. Went from not even knowing who Amazon was, just selling about right at $5,000 a month. And we've only been doing this in September. Ron, you're getting those results because you're putting in that work. Like, thank you so much for that. But you need to thank yourself, because all we can do is tell you what to do, but if help you. But if you don't do anything with the information, like, you're going to fail as our client, straight up. It's totally up to you if you want to be successful. And, it doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, where you come from, if you're good at technology. All that matters is that you're open and willing to learn and put in the work, basically.
Yeah, you definitely got to just go all in. Somebody said they're not patient sometimes. You can't be patient when you're dealing with Amazon. You just gotta dive into it, and then you figure it out. And you just got to start.
We hear this a lot, and it's crazy because most people think everything is from Jeff Bezos, but 57% of items sold on Amazon are from third-party sellers, and that's small business owners like me, Brooke, you. So the majority of items being sold on Amazon are supporting small businesses. And a lot of people who's like anti-Amazon, they don't even know. Like, they have no idea how many families are supported through the platform. So we'd love to bring awareness to that, because it's definitely changed the game for our family, for sure.
Haters are always going to hate, but we try to let everyone know.
When I used to be broke, because I grew up in a trailer park, I used to hate rich people. I thought they were all evil, because that's what I grew up being told. But then whenever I got older, I realized, I need to learn from these rich people. They've done things I'm trying to do. I want to be like them. So you have to change your mindset, because money isn't evil. It can allow you to be financially free. I mean, maybe if you put all your emphasis on like materialistic things, that's not going to be good. But you're trading your time for money going to a job. So to me, that's more evil than anything else.
You got that right. Let's go. Let's get a couple more.
All right. Does a course or webinar cover how to use Seller Amp? Yes, it does. Step by step, we have it in there. And then any questions y'all ever have, if y'all ask in our private group, we update the guide regularly. So, because Amazon is constantly changing, it's really hard for us to keep up at times. So,
oh, wrong one. Go right there. Do I have to have a business account to start? No, you do not have to have a business account to start, but we do suggest you starting with the Pro plan, which is $40 a month. And you could just start with your own personal account. I think that's what you're talking about, your bank account. But you do just start. Just start. Don't overthink. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just start.
I agree.
Sell those books. I've seen you said you had a big book collection that you didn't know what to do with, or you never really wanted to get rid of. But that is the perfect place to start. Just make sure that they do have good sales ranks, because you don't want to just send them all in. You just want to do your research, make sure that book is selling. But you have a great place to start with, and just send in that first shipment, and next thing you know, you're going to be hooked, like all of us that have been selling, and it's great.
It's true. So we just want to say thank y'all so much for giving us the most valuable thing that you have, your time. What I challenge you to do right here, right now, today, go do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Go do something new that is going to make your life better tomorrow, no matter how bad you don't want to do it today, because you have the power to change your situation. No matter where you're at today, you are in control of your destiny. So I really, really hope that you guys found this valuable. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to learn more about selling on Amazon, join us tonight at CajunVenturesMo.com and check out our playlist, because we have step-by-step beginner guides right here on YouTube as well. So until next week, y'all, go make that money. Bye.